Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to take you on a holiday. Dare I say it, I'm doing a holiday vlog. I mean, who even am I? So we decided to go on a family summer holiday this year. Lola had been doing her GCSEs and so she finished school early. So it was the first time that we could get away before the rush of people as schools finished. Dave and I had had a long year. We were just really looking forward to having just a total chill out week. And really, we needed to find somewhere that ticked all of our boxes. So we are a couple traveling with a 16-year-old daughter. Very specific requirements from a teenager. If any of you have got teenagers, you will know that their checklist is long. So we needed to find somewhere that was hot, all-inclusive, that had things to do, but also lots of chill out time. And most importantly, Lola wanted her own room. Not a individual own room, but her own room of some sort. So we needed to find somewhere that had a really nice family room environment where there was two separate rooms. So we went on the hunt and we found a place in Cape Verde called the RIU Palace Santa Maria. So the next videos are going to show you on our travel vlog of Cape Verde. We really thoroughly enjoyed it. Stay tuned because at the end of the video, I'm going to do a question and answer. And that is literally going to answer any question you might have about this resort, about this country, about traveling here, and all the little things that you need to know before you arrive. So it feels ages since I have vlogged, there's cycling, but we have got a special couple of weeks and so we are currently at Birmingham Airport. It was carnage, it was rammed, and security was a bit of a nightmare as well. But anyway, we're through to departures and we're about to sit down to have something to eat because we are off to Cape Verde for a week in the sun. Lola's now finished her exams and prom's done and all of that stuff. So we've got a couple of weeks off and the first trip is to Cape Verde. So I will take you along with me. So it is our official day one. It is so disorientating when you arrive somewhere at night. So I think we got here at about 8 o'clock this time, but actually that was like 10 o'clock in the evening our time, and it had been a really long day. Birmingham Airport was manic. The flight was then delayed. The flight was good. We were on a Dreamliner and we had extra space seats, which was really great, so we could stretch out, which was nice. And then we thought that one of our cases wasn't coming off, so we had a little bit of a panic. But then we got a private taxi here. Shout out to Edgar Pyers. I mean, on here he seems to be the man that everybody knows, but he was incredible. I pre-arranged a private taxi with him prior to leaving. His communication was amazing. And then when we came out of departures, there was a guy with our name on his board, so we felt a little bit like celebrities. And then as soon as we got in the car, his phone rang and it was Edgar, and Edgar spoke to us, welcomed us to the island, and then he sits by the lighthouse Monday to Saturday in the morning and he can book any trips and things. So he's completely independent of TUI and a resident of the island, and yeah, 100% recommend him. That was the best thing we ever did because we got here before everybody else and the coach had arrived, so we checked in really quickly. We got a glass of champagne when we arrived and then we were given our room. our cases up to the room literally within seconds of us arriving, and then we went straight to the buffet restaurant, Palmyra I think it's called, for some food which was to die for. Lola was all over the sushi, David was all over the steak, there was pizza stations, we had some wine, some beer, and then we came up to the room, unpacked, and then just comatose because we were absolutely exhausted. But we have woken up to the most amazing view. We can see the sea. So yeah, we've got an amazing view. So last night, yeah, a little bit disorientating because we arrived in the middle of the night, and so you don't really know where you are. So we woke up this morning thinking, where have we even been for the last 12 hours? And now we've woken up to actually seeing like where we are, which is amazing. So we're going to go and explore today. We're going to go get some breakfast. We're all really hungry, and then we are going to just have an explore. I want to see these blue seas that I've seen in all the photos and I want to see in real life. So looking forward to first day exploring, finding our way around, and then chilling. And we're booked in for the steak restaurant tonight, which is great because apparently it's really hard to get into the restaurants. So we're really looking forward to going to there this evening. So I will take you along with me. So we've had a great first morning. We have done a little bit of exploring. We had some nice breakfast. Lola did a lot of pancakes and waffles, and David did full English. I just had a coffee because I'm still trying to keep with my routine of what I do at home. Anyway, it's delicious coffee, I had two. So then we've been a little bit by the pool, been doing some activities, and now we are sitting in one of the buffet lunch restaurants. It's the smaller one near the pools, and the view is gorgeous. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So we just ordered some drinks, and we're just sitting looking out over this lovely view. I think we already feel super relaxed, which is really nice. And so we have had a great first day, just loads of chilling, exploring a little bit, and then just found a spot by the pool, plenty of sangria, David on the beers, and yeah, just had a proper chill. Feel like we're definitely in a holiday mode. So we've come back up to the room, we've got ourselves ready, and we've got a reservation at the steak restaurant tonight. So we are really looking forward to that. The surf and turf looks incredible. Really looking forward to our first night. We're going to go and check out the entertainment afterwards, perhaps go to one of the bars, and yeah, first impressions, RIU, Palace Santa Maria, absolutely perfect. So it is, I don't know, day 3, day 4, I don't know, it's all merging into one now. Needless to say, we are having a great time. So I have captured some clips of breakfast buffets and lunch buffets and dinner buffets, I think. But to be honest, there's just everything. If you want pasta, there's pizza, there's sandwiches, there's chips, there's hot food like steaks and stews, paella, there's salads galore, couscous, potato salads, rice salads, there's just everything that you could ever want. You could make your own sandwiches. So yeah, I don't want to like film loads of people in all of these areas, but yeah, needless to say, like you do not want for anything. Breakfast, huge array of all sorts, as well as lunch and dinner. We did the steak restaurant on our first proper evening, which was really lovely. So you had a couple of starters that you chose from, a few mains, so obviously it was table service, which was a really nice change from the buffet. And then last night we did the Italian restaurant, which was great as well. So the starters were buffet style, then you chose your main course, and then the desserts were buffet style as well. Both really nice, would definitely recommend giving them a go. We booked them via the RIU app, but you can only book 3 days in advance from midnight of the third day before. So we've managed to get in. Tomorrow night we're off to the Japanese, but not till 9 o'clock in the evening, so we're just going to plan our day slightly differently. So tonight is a buffet night, and we haven't done buffet for dinner since our very first night when we literally just landed and arrived. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to try and keep it like starter, main course, dessert. But we're going to go for a drink in the lobby bar first. Everything is super clean. The staff are constantly working away, the gardeners, the cleaners, the bar staff, the cappuccino bar staff. It's just meticulous. The attention to detail is amazing. We went after breakfast today to the water park, which was really fun. There's some big slides, like David and I didn't go on them, but Lola shot down some of them. It's hilarious. She really enjoyed that. And then we spent some time by the pool overlooking the beach. We went down onto the beach this afternoon, saw the beach dogs, took them a couple of burgers, and we've had a fantastic day. So needless to say, we are really enjoying it, and now we're off to the buffet to eat some more, which we don't really need to do, but we're looking forward to it. So we have woken up to another glorious morning. We are just off to the breakfast buffet. There are 2 buffet places for breakfast and 2 for lunch. There's a larger one and then a smaller one that's nearer the pool, and then there's just 1 breakfast place for dinner, buffet place for dinner in the evening, which is the larger one. A couple of things that I just was thinking about is the bed in the main room is like incredibly comfortable. Usually you always get to the end of your holiday and you think, oh, I can't wait to sleep in my own bed. Not the case at all. Huge bed, can't even work out. I don't even think it's 2 single beds pushed together like you often get abroad. Really nice firm mattress, but incredibly comfortable, and the air conditioning and fan works amazingly as well. In the living room area there's a put-up bed for Lola, like a sofa bed, so that's like a small double. Comfort, Lola? It's good? Okay, thumbs up from Lola, so she's happy. Large wardrobes, etc., which you could see on the room tour. So yeah, just a couple of things that I wanted to say while I remember. list of 7 items that people, or we, most wanted to know about this hotel before we arrived. Number 1, firstly, is looking at the flight. So we flew on a Saturday, sort of mid-afternoon from Birmingham Airport, and we flew on a Dreamliner over to the island of Sal in Cape Verde. The flight time was around 5 hours 45 minutes, and this was our first time travelling on a Dreamliner. So the setup of the seats is 3 seats with an aisle, a middle 3 seats and an aisle, and then an edge 3 seats. We were really impressed. We had paid extra for extra space, so we had leg room and extra space in our seats as well, and we were really impressed with the space that we had. The window doesn't have a blind, it has a button where you can dim the window to completely black or to completely light. And then our tray came out of our armrest because we didn't have seats in front of us, and our TV screen came out of like the side of our chair as well. So extra space, definitely really worth it for us for the amount that it cost. And the flight itself on the Dreamliner was really comfortable. Definitely more space to walk around. Noise levels were a little bit lower than I could remember flying pre-COVID that they had been on other aeroplanes. The toilet facilities were fine, and it was an all-over comfortable flight. There is no food included on the TUI flights on the Dreamliner to Cape Verde. It's not seen as a long-haul flight, it's seen as mid-haul. And so there is a trolley that comes up and down with your drinks, and then there is hot food that you can order from the menu that's in the pocket in front of your seat. However, this food is mediocre and there's not a lot of choice, so I would probably recommend getting your meal deal from Pret or from Boots at the airport before you fly. It is a fairly long flight. The entertainment has several films, TV programmes and games that you can play. We didn't use these on the way out, and on the way back we tried to buy the headphones from the cabin crew, but they had run out. So I can't really particularly comment on the entertainment, but they were there. However, you can download things onto your tablets and onto your phones, and obviously take your books and your Kindles, and so that was sufficient for us for entertainment on the flight. Number 2 is the complex. So this is a large complex of 1,001 rooms, and this is split into 6 blocks. These blocks are really easy to navigate. It's almost like a path and a roundabout system, and off you go to the different blocks. The blocks are set on ground floor, first floor and second floor, and any mobility issues, you do need to make sure that you request a ground floor room, because there are steps but there are no lifts in the complex at all. The buildings are really easy to navigate because there is a symbol at the top of your building, really large, and so if you forget what number block you're in, you can always go by your icon that's at the top of your block of rooms. We had a first floor room, which was perfect, with a nice view, sort of we could see the sea, but just overlooking the complex. Like I say, the complex is large and it does cover a big span of area, so there is a lot of walking involved. However, everywhere is very flat, nowhere is particularly uphill, and the paths are really easy to walk on as well. When we first arrived at the hotel, we walked into a very large, very grand lobby with a beautiful chandelier that's got all of these like baubles, which is beautiful. In here, we were shown directly to reception, where we checked in really easily. I had done this on the RIU app before I had arrived, but so then they just verified some things and they took the payment that you need to make per person, like the country tax or something payment. We were also given a glass of champagne on arrival, and then we were given our room keys. We went off to our room, and then before we knew it, our baggage had arrived, which was fantastic service. Inside the lobby, you have got a cappuccino bar, which serves really delicious coffee. This was one thing I was a little bit concerned about, but it's delicious. And there's also the daiquiri bar, which serves your alcoholic drinks and your non-alcoholic drinks. From here, you've got some outdoor seating areas that leads off to the entertainment area, and then your restaurants sort of span out from there as well. So complex, large, easy to navigate around, but if you have got any mobility issues, you do need to request that lower ground floor. So that leads me on to rooms. So we booked a family room at the complex, and this brought us into a sort of hallway and into a separate toilet and bathroom. Bathroom's fantastic, really large, 2 sinks, fantastic lit massive mirror at the back of the sinks, and then a huge shower which had a sort of hand shower but also a rainfall shower. So bathroom was fantastic. This then led through to what I would refer to as the living room. And so this had a sofa bed that had been made up for Lola, which was a double bed, super comfortable. She seemed really happy with it. And in this room, you had a massive double wardrobe, which had your iron and your ironing board in. One really good thing about these rooms is there's plenty of hangers. Attention to detail at this hotel is something that I was really impressed by, and hangers is something that you normally get like 2 each, and you just got to hang everything onto the same hanger. Not here at all, plenty of hangers, which I was really impressed with. At the back of this area there is your mini fridge, which has got your Coke, your Fanta, your Sprite, fizzy water, still water and tonic water, and this is replenished every 2 days. However, if you do need anything, you can order it on the RIU app, and they will bring it straight to you. We didn't need to do that at any point. Above here, you've got tea and coffee making facilities. So there's a kettle and tea and coffee. There is cream or powdered cream that you could put into your drinks, but we weren't fussed about that. But I did see that some people were asking for milk at the cappuccino bar in the lobby, and they were taking it and popping it in their room to use with their tea and coffee. You've also got optics on the wall, which has got rum, vodka, gin and whiskey. And again, these are topped up if need be every 2 days. You had 3 very large drawers and then a place to store your suitcase on as well. That room then led into the master bedroom, which was, can't even tell you what size the bed was, but it was huge and really super comfortable. Both rooms had a TV, and the master bedroom also had a huge wardrobe with lots of hangers, and this is the wardrobe that had the safe in it as well. So large rooms, large beds, fantastic air conditioning, and also on the ceiling you had ceiling fans to add extra movement of air. Another really great thing about the rooms is they had blackout blinds, and so this helped with a really restful night's sleep. We had a balcony which had 2 chairs and a little table on it. We didn't particularly use this, and there was also a drying rack on the side of the balcony to dry your towels and your swimming costumes on as well. So the fourth thing, and the thing that everybody really wants to know about, is food. So at the complex you have got 2 buffet restaurants for lunch and dinner. They are called the Palmyra, which is the larger one closest to the lobby, and then Priya, which is a little bit smaller and it's down near the pool area. So these offer everything that you can imagine. I did take a little bit of footage of what was around, but needless to say, if you wanted eggs in the morning, pancakes, waffles, granola, yogurt, full English breakfast, toast, croissants, it was all there. Lunch was so similar, anything that you wanted, hot food, sort of fast food, more traditional food, fish, meat, salads, galore. You really couldn't ask for anything more. Then in the evening, just the Palmyra, the larger restaurant closest to the lobby, that is your buffet restaurant for the evening. That is the larger of the 2, and does get a little bit busy at certain times, but if you're patient and you're on holiday, let's face it, so you can be as patient as you like, it's easy to get a table. We never struggled. They do drink service to the table, so you've got your wine, white wine, rosé and red, and you've got your beer to the table, and then soft drinks for the children. It's just from the bars that you can get your cocktails and other alcohol. So if you wanted that, you could go and get that from the bar and bring it to the restaurant with you. Then you have got 4 specialty restaurants. So the smaller buffet that's there for breakfast and lunch turns into the steakhouse. You've got a fusion restaurant, you've got Japanese, and you've got Italian. We went to all 4 over our time and really enjoyed all 4 of them. Some you have a choice of starter, main course and dessert, whereas others are buffet starters and buffet desserts, the Italian for example, and then you just choose your main course. Really nice to have a bit of a change up and have Service to the table, again, you can get all of your soft drinks, your white, rosé and red wine, and your beer to the table as well. You book these restaurants via the RIU app, and you can book these for 3 days in advance. However, we just sometimes checked if there was any availability for the sooner days, and for example, we booked on the Sunday for the Sunday evening for the steakhouse. So often there's people who cancel or change their mind, or people haven't booked it up. So we managed to visit all 4 restaurants really easily, and we enjoyed all of them, and we really enjoyed the buffet as well. There really was something for everybody. The cleanliness was superb. You saw the staff constantly cleaning. People on the hot stations were constantly replenishing the food, and even at the salad sections as well, that was sort of based around a chef who was in the centre, keeping an eye on it all. So although busy at certain times in the buffet, food was to die for. We had no issues with the food whatsoever, and thoroughly enjoyed everything that was on offer. Okay, so then for the pools. Now, there are 6 pools that span across the front section of the hotel that leads onto the beach. These range from larger pools that more children activities work around. They've also got sort of sun loungers that sit in the pools, which are really lovely, to smaller pools, and then you've got your swim up bar pools, which are adult only. And the pools are almost replicated from one side to another with the same. Where the pool bars were, you also had bar service. So if you weren't in the pool bars or the swim up bars, you could order your drinks at the bars outside of those. And along here, there was also 2 restaurants called Pepe's Grill, Pepe's Bar, where at lunchtime you could get barbecue food. So this was fantastic, and often like a nice afternoon snack, or you could choose to have this instead of going to one of the buffet restaurants. So there was barbecue ribs, burgers, sausage, hot dogs, lots of chips, and like croquet potatoes and bits and pieces that you could just get as you wished and have by the pool. Again, cleanliness here was great. The bar staff were fantastic. There is a cocktail menu. Believe me, you can order any cocktail that you like. They know how to make it. You can have whatever you like. The pool bar opens at 10:30 and the pools close at 6 o'clock for cleaning. The pool temperature was great, really nice and refreshing. Sometimes towards the end of the afternoon, the pools were quite warm because of the temperature of the sun, but you never had to worry about sun loungers. The sun loungers either had their own umbrella or they were under canopies. You could sit around a pool, you could sit on sort of raised areas that looked out over the beach. So there really was something for everyone. And like I say, there were always some available. So you didn't have to get up at the crack of dawn and reserve them. And there was toilets in the close vicinity as well. So pools were fantastic and really something for everyone. There was activities that went on in the pools at certain times. And there was also an area there where they did Pilates and stretching classes that you could book onto as well. So the pools is a really good way then to lead onto the beach. So the RIU Hotel has a section of the beach that is for them. There's plenty of sun lounges there with parasols, and the beach is really vast. So from the area of where the hotel complex finishes to the sea is a really vast walk. The beaches are beautiful. They do call it the African Caribbean, and I can really see why. The sand is pure white and the sea is just the most gorgeous turquoise blue. It is quite rough, the sea, so most days that we were there the red flag was out, so you do need to be mindful of that, particularly for small children. I think a couple of days the flag was yellow, but we never saw it calm. I think people had said who had been in the sea that once you got past the breakwater area, it actually was really lovely to be in, but you've just got to be very mindful as you're getting in because it was super forceful. But really beautiful. A few beach vendors that you do need to be mindful of as soon as you sort of exit the area where the hotel complex obviously owns or controls. You've then got a few beach vendors who sometimes wouldn't quite leave you alone. I mean, if we were polite, and then they do leave you alone after a while. But that was the only off-putting thing, a little bit about the beach. However, don't let it put you off because it is just beautiful and the sea just stretches out and you could just walk along the beach for miles, which I would definitely recommend doing. And so then evening entertainment. So there is a large area that just comes away from the lobby area where the evening entertainment takes place. Earlier on in the evening, this seemed to be for younger children. I think they had some characters and some songs and dances that they would do. That obviously wasn't for our age group, but we were aware that that was going on. Later on, the adult entertainment would start. We saw a band, We Will Rock You, so they did all sorts of music that was just nice to sit and have some drinks from the bar and enjoy. They did an African themed night. But the main part of the entertainment is what you go for is on a Friday night, you exit your hotel and you go to another hotel, which is part of the RIU group called the Funana. And this is where the RIU Palace, the Funana, and then the adult only Cabo Verde all can come together to either a neon party or a white party. Now, we didn't really know what to expect, but we knew that our week was the white party, so we'd taken a white outfit each. This party is much bigger than I had anticipated. So everybody from all of the hotels, well, who wants to, attends this. And it is a spectacle. Loads of things going on, from sort of cabaret act in the beginning, and then it really turned into a little bit of a nightclub, which was great. The atmosphere was incredible. Lola absolutely loved every second of it. There was people on stilts, there was aerial acrobatics, there was these random robots that arrived out of nowhere. Everyone had these white balloons that they were waving. So that was really a fantastic night. And so having a good dance and some good music is your thing, then I definitely recommend that you attend that party at the Funana. It's easy to get to. Everybody talks about it. You can get your face painted beforehand for free. There's sort of merchandise that you can buy. And so it's a really big thing on the Friday evening, this white party or neon party. So entertainment was good. We just really enjoyed sitting in the bars, or there was a piano bar inside the lobby, and just playing Uno and having a few drinks together. But having the music and the entertainment in the background was really lovely. So can't comment on all of the entertainment, but what we enjoyed, we did thoroughly enjoy. And lastly, the weather. So the weather for us was absolutely perfect. We had heard stories about how Cape Verde was really windy. Now, we didn't get that at all. I mean, I'd say it was a bit breezy, and it is an island and you're on the coast. So I would expect that. But actually, it was a really nice relief from some of the hotter days. Temperature is really stable. Every day of the year, it seems it's exactly the same. For us, it was around 27, 28 degrees, sometimes a little bit cloudy. Don't let that fool you. The UV is intense. You're close to the equator. But other days, not cloudy. It was just lovely. And if it could be like that all year round, which it seems to be, I think perfect place to go for winter sunshine. We will definitely consider doing that in the winter, because you're not having to fly the 14 odd hours to fly east, Thailand, etc. You've got something relatively close where you can get some winter sunshine. So weather was really stable. Every day of the week, we had exactly the same weather. So all in all, I would absolutely thoroughly recommend the RIU Palace Santa Maria in Cape Verde for a holiday. It absolutely ticked all of the boxes of what we were looking for a very chilled out family holiday. There's lots of excursions that you can do. For us, we just wanted to spend quality time together and chill out. Once we'd found our sun loungers and we'd got our book out, we were just ready to chill, and that's exactly what we did. Fantastic complex, lovely people, great food, and just a lovely environment. So it's definitely somewhere that we would recommend, and it's definitely somewhere that we would look to go in the future. Any questions, please pop them in the link below and I will answer as many as I can. And I look forward to taking you on more travel vlogs in the future.